How would you teach the American History Survey, and what approach would you take?
I have a quick question first before I answer that. Is it split into two halves? Excellent. Because OSU doesn't split it, so I've been teaching the Unified Survey. I would, one of the ways I would like to teach it is, and I've been really thinking about this, and I was thinking about the small class size. I would like to try, because I haven't had the opportunity to do this at the college level, a kind of a modified flipped classroom where we do a lot of the work and the discussion together. Not necessarily that they all do one big group project, but we spend maybe Monday, I do lecture, we go over the basics. Tuesday, we do discussion and things over the readings. Wednesday, they come in and they've got like a rough draft of whatever their paper for the week is going to be. And we go over and we discuss and we brainstorm and we talk about, okay, well, how are you going to prove that? How are you going to put that together? Because I do think those things are important, but I think, and I've noticed this from my substitute teaching with the middle school and high school kids, that they're good at putting it together, like conceptually. They're not always really good at getting it on paper.
Right.
And that would give me an opportunity to help them develop those skills of putting it on paper. And I think that is a good way to reinforce before we're going to sit down for a midterm and talk about, and now you're going to take this cold. You're going to do these identifications. You're going to show me that you know this material. You're going to show me that you can analyze it and you know why it's important. And you're going to do this cold without me standing here to kind of, when you get stuck, nudge you along. But before you get there, we're going to prepare you to be able to do that by base level. I'm going to go over the material. Then we're going to do some discussion where you guys engage with it and start putting it together, and you not only hear it from me, you bounce the ideas off of your classmates, and then we're going to work on, okay, now that I can verbalize it, how do I put it on paper, and how do I put it on paper in a way that makes sense? And how do I make sure that my ideas, not a summary of my course materials, are coming through? And so that's kind of how I envision running the classroom, is breaking it up kind of into units. The way I'm doing it right now, we do the colonial period through the Constitution as kind of one big unit. We break it into sections. We do discussion over that, and then their paper at the end of that, to show me that they understand all the concepts we've gone over in that unit, is to address one complaint that the colonists had against the British that they listed in the Declaration of Independence, discuss how whatever that policy, whether it was the Stamp Act, the Quartering Act, whatever, how that was applied and how it caused problems in colonial society, why they're complaining about it, how that issue is addressed by the new federal government to make sure that it's not ever an issue again, and then whether they talk about, Congress passes laws and Congress is a representative body elected by the people, so now we don't have taxation without representation or whatever. Then the last part of it is, okay, now take what you've learned about the historical part, move it forward and apply it. How is this issue still relevant in American society today? And that's where they get to kind of move out a little further into, because they come up with some really great things that I never even thought of to bring up to address how this still applies. And so it shows me that they're thinking about it, and that if they can move it forward 200 years and apply it to modern society, then I know that they've mastered the skills and they've mastered the content and they know what they're doing with it. And so we can move on to the next step. I don't need to back up and go over this again.